And now it's time for Spotlight on the Saints. But I have the disclaimer. I realize that this video is titled Spotlight on the Saints. After all, I was the one that thought I was clever when I came up with the title, since I like alliterations. But the teaching documents of the church tell us that we need to tell people about all the saints. Now, with so many saints, how can we do this in a reasonable time frame? So again, trying to be clever, we decided to focus on the saints according to their feast day. But some days in our calendar don't focus on a saint. December the 25th comes to mind. February 2nd is one of those dates. On February 2nd, we celebrate the presentation of the Lord, when Mary and Joseph present the infant Jesus to the temple. I guess we need a new title for today's video. Let's see, maybe liking liturgy. It's not quite catchy enough. How about Spotlight on Fascinated by Feast Days? No, that doesn't work either. I'll work on it. So in the meantime, we'll just turn our spotlight on the Feast of the Presentation of the Lord, celebrated on February the 2nd. You find the story of the presentation of the Lord in Luke 2:21-38. I hope you're writing that down. Because according to Jewish law, every firstborn male must be designated as holy for the Lord. As faithful Jews, Joseph and Mary brought Jesus to the temple for this designation and his circumcision. Mary also needed to present herself for purification. Under Mosaic law, a woman is considered unclean for 40 days after giving birth. As they entered the temple area, they were seen by two faithful Jews, Simeon and Anna. Now, Simeon had been praying for many, many years to live long enough to see the Messiah, the Savior, the Christ. As soon as he saw Jesus, he took him into his arms and proclaimed, "You can let your servant go, for my eyes have seen the salvation of the Jews and the light to the Gentiles." This is one of the first testimonies in the Gospels that Jesus came not just to save the Jews as the Messiah, but also be a Savior for the whole world as the Christ. Now, Anna was an 84-year-old woman who prayed every day at the temple for her people. As soon as she saw Jesus, she praised God that she had seen the redemption of Jerusalem. Now, at the end of the 4th century, a woman named Etheria made a pilgrimage to Jerusalem. In her journal, she describes the Epiphany, January the 6th, and the Gala procession in honor of the presentation of the temple 40 days later. This observance spread to the Western world in the 5th and 6th century. Because the Church of the West, the Roman Catholic Church, celebrates Jesus' birth on December the 25th, the presentation was moved to February the 2nd, 40 days after Christmas. Now, at the beginning of the 8th century, Pope Sergius inaugurated a candlelight procession with this Mass. And so that same century, the blessing and distribution of candles were popular. So it's still even today, sometimes called the Candle Mass. So what now what? We don't look at the saints or the scriptures like you would look at historical figures or events that might be on a history test. No, we look at them to see what they can tell us about how to live our lives for today. Have you ever felt like the good news of Jesus was for other good people, but not for you? Or on the other hand, have you felt that the good news was meant only for us, but not for them? Well, Christ came to show us that there is no us or them. He came for them, and there's only us. Thanks for watching. My name is Dave, and I'm not in charge.